Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Siren Frost, and today I'm giving you guys the updated deck profile video of my Cruel Beast Demon Lord Oselargest. The last time we did this video was basically in its first stage of knowing what deck this actually is, more of its playstyle, yada yada yada. But also these six trial decks are basically very unique. They have only one similar ability, like I mentioned in my Triumph Dragon deck profile, I think. But the active skill is for each of the nations, which is basically Counterblast 1, search your deck for up to the same copy as the Grade 3 chosen by the effect. Well, not chosen, but named the same name. Add to your hand, and it gets plus 10,000 power. So it's basically like a Persona ride, but without the actual ride on top of it. So, but the only differences with some of the new Grade 3s ones is, of course, they all require Energy Blast 4. Of course, they require that. And then its skill is when it attacks a Vanguard, Energy Blast 4, choose a Grade 3 or, yeah. So basically, they all require Energy Blast 4. I don't know. When I even start saying the effect, maybe it's just been a long Thursday, so that's just me saying. And anyways, so let's move on to the ride deck. So we have also card energy generator for our 5th ride deck card. Then we, of course, we have the Grade 0. We have Cavity Magia, which is the reprint in the set 1 of Fated Clash. Oh, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I forgot I had the movie playing with Sleepy Hollow in it, so that was my bad. And of course, we have our Grade 1. We have Featuring Balancer for Grade 1. Grade 2, we have Steam Trimmer Nebuchador. Nebuchador. I think it's named Nebuchador. I think. I don't know, for some of the Steam series cards, they have the most weird names, so it's hard to read those things. But I did try them. Nebuchador, I think it's called. And of course, we have the Cruel Beast Demon Lord Oselargest with our Grade 3. Now, as I was trying to say maybe during this first video, I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied. I am so sorry. So they all require, when they attack the Vanguard, your cost is always going to be Energy Blast 4, so you gotta save up a lot of the Energy Blast as energy charge as much as you can. But this one's different. Choose a Grade 3 or less card from your soul and call the rear guard. And it gets 10,000 power into the end of that turn. So that is a different effect. So not quite the same as the other ones, but that's the same style that we have for all the new Grade 3 support. So that is the ride deck right there. And of course, I'm using the Murray sleeves, the darker shade color, because this looks more like a dark state than anything else. So not a bad problem right there. For triggers, of course, we have 4 Alexandras. For our heals, for 8 crits, we have 4 copies of Lively Breath Dragon and 4 Steam Deviant Dragon. This will also help you provide soul to your cards as well, plus the 2k shield, 2k booster. I don't know where that came from. It's overall a good choice to have. So we have now 3 copies of Diabolos Girls Natalia for our front triggers. Because I find fronts more helpful with my playstyle more than anything. And plus the 20k shield, the extra 5k for the shield, is pretty damn good. Especially if you're in at this stage of the game, anyone can do it. They can go up to maximum level of nearly 8,000 attack, 80k attack. There is a chance for that if you're like Dimensional Robo or anything else, but you get the gist. And also for the last card, we have Gallmageheld for our chosen overtrigger. I do have another one, Vanguard. He's my favorite, but I think he's more of the. I think I prefer to have him in a more different deck. Shut the hell up, you damn phone! I'm trying to do my video. I keep getting texts like nonstop, so I'm sorry, guys. This is the most inappropriate video I've ever been doing. But hey, at least it's not that raunchy. And of course, we are using the Oselargest sleeves for all of them because why not start the 6 divine decks, trial decks with their natural sleeps? And thank God they decided to add sleeps to the trial deck, so I was a little happy about that. So for grade 1s, of course, we're using 12 grade 1s in this deck, and most of the series here is Steam series, so this one's for the Oselargest support from the Set 2 collection, which sadly I didn't get all the support, and I'm still trying to figure out what other stuff I need to get from that collection, just so I don't feel completely bad. So we have the new edition, Steam Performer Tudya. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. If your unit was placed on rear guard from soul this turn, retire this unit and choose a grade 3 or greater card with Oselargest in its card name from your soul or drop and put it on bottom of your deck. If you choose a card, choose one of your player's rear guards and put it into soul. So basically, it has that little Maligia effect as well, with like Dragon Masquerade Hari, like for the put the units from the rear guards to the soul, but also this will help you get Oselargest from your soul or drop. So in case you discard one, this will help you get it back for Persona Ride. Another one we have is from the Set 9 collection. This is going to be Steam Scara Zargon. Zargon is a very interesting card. I think I like the effect more, but this is what it says. When this unit boosts, choose a unit boosted by this unit. Okay, that's how many times we gotta say unit? And it gets a skill. Vanguard or rearguard, mind you. When this unit attacks hits a Vanguard, choose up to 2 cards from your drop and put them to your soul until the end of turn. So you get 2 cards like Almagestar's Tyrandina, who will help you get the 2 cards from your, I think it's 2 triggers, but you get the gist of it. Next, of course, we have 4 copies of Complete Guard, and I think my personal favorite Complete Guard, Ridicule Disruptor, which I might be playing in Odium, in Destined One of Time Odium. Hopefully she's not too expensive, because I've seen people saying that she's expensive. But I chose this one because it's a female unit, so I do show a lot of love and appreciation for all female units than anything else, more than anything. But I do show some respect for the males as well, because don't knock it till you try it, right? Now, in my last video, I did mention I'm starting to go towards more grade 2 play style than anything else. You guys can argue with me about saying grade 1s are more important. More important, but it depends on the grade 1s and support you want to use. So, the grade 2 support, there's 15 of them. 11 of them, 11 of them are generics, and 4 of them are from the Oselargest series. So we're going to be still using 4 copies of Full-Pigment Dragon. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on the Set 4 collection with the more support for Oselargest, and along with the other trial deck support cards. But I will eventually get those in time. And if you guys hear any like clicking or some keyboard clicking, that's my roommate doing his game, so don't pay no attention to that. But if you do, it's just his computer, so he's good. So anyways, that's Pigment Dragon, and then we have 4 copies of Steam Gunner Tizkar, and this is one of the more expensive ride deck fodders. This is a unique one still, like from the last one. This one is Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3, so thank God they give you an option for that. And this is good for the Guardian from the hand and discard from the ride deck and all that good stuff. And then its unique skill is, when this unit is placed on rear guard, if you Persona Road this turn, so everything requires to have a Persona Ride. Counterblast 1 or Energy Blast 3, again, better option. You may soul charge 1 card. Until the end of the turn, this unit gets boosted and plus 5k power to her attack. So she'd be an automatic 15k beat stick and also a 15k booster. So I think this is a very far better option for a better generic for all the decks who are Dark State. Depending on what you're trying to go for. People want to use her for like the Gear Chronicle, Chrono Jet Dragon kind of thing. I'm still a little irritated with the Stride decks because they're not Persona Road, but what else can you do, right? I mean, who is nowadays? Another good generic is very good optional, and is my favorite, my personal favorite, is 4 copies of Clean Sweep Dragon from the Set 9 collection as well. There you go. So 4 of him. Just because he gives you a little bit of a, not like a whiteboard, a wipe. It puts 3 cards from either player's field into the souls, and he gets plus 5,000 power for each one. So normally you would use this card. Normally you would use this card for your opponent to get rid of some of the interceptors and a booster, put it into soul, and also get plus 15k power on top of the persona ride, because this does require you to do persona ride. So that does require you to do a lot. Not too much, I don't think. And then the chosen Blitz order is Fancy Night Parade. This card is from the Faded Clash collection. Play this with Energy Blast 2, so it's like Heavily Bright for his cost. Choose a unit card without a Sentinel other than Overtrigger from your soul, call into the Guardian Circle, and it gets 10,000 power into that battle. So you can't have an Overtrigger or a Sentinel on top of this. So this is a good card to have. Plus, I think it's good for the triggers as well. The heals, crits, and fronts, I think that's a good choice. Just not an Overtrigger. So that's a little test in the phase of the school. Should I start making like multiple choice questions of an Vanguard Academy 101 kind of thing? Sounds like fun. Let me know in the comments down below. Finally, for our grade 3s, we're playing 3 more copies of Oselargest, just for the persona ride ability, and also 4 copies of Steam Artist Tilligan. And of course, let me remind you what Tilligan does. When this unit is put into the Soul from Rearguard, if my Vanguard is Oselargest, Soul Blast 2 cards with a different card name from this card, and draw a card. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 5k power and in that battle. If a grade 3 grade Vanguard Oselargest was Soul Blasted for this cost, it gets 15 instead of 5. So of course you just want to keep a spare Oselargest in the soul, just so you can activate Tilligan's skill to gain plus 15k. So it's a little bit aggressive, and I know a lot of people may or may not like it very well. I think it's pretty good. But that is it for the updated deck profile video for Cruel Beast Demonic Lord Oselargest. I know sometimes these decks are not as great as they should be, but that's why we try everything we can with generic wise and support cards, just to show what we have to offer and deliver. So yes, this is the update for the deck for today's deck profile video. If you guys like the content I do create on this channel, please subscribe, comment down below, thumbs up, and show some love for this channel. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever about what units you think are best for this deck, and other than the set 4 collection, which I'm still working on getting that, so that's going to be a little bit more progress next time. But I think this deck is very fun to still play. It might be a little expensive for some cards, like the ride deck fodder, but other than that, I think it's a very cheap deck to play, and it's very fun still. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost. Please be safe out there, make good choices, and if I don't see you guys next week, actually there might be a video before Friday the 13th tomorrow, so as always, you guys, I'm your host, Siren Frost. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!